Foiling is an absolute blast, and for years now, many of us at Ronix have been spending a bulk of our free time enjoying the feeling of foiling and flying over the water. For most people, foiling can be intimidating. This video is going to break down the different components and make foiling super easy to get into. What model, what size, what construction? Let's eliminate the whats. There are 5 components that make up the experience of foiling, and let's depict the specifics for each of them. Every Ronix foil product is compatible with another. High-end board, intermediate level foil kit, advanced front wing, beginner rear stabilizer, every piece will integrate with one another. Now let's build your dream kit. The Mast. 4 options for varying abilities and wave sizes. The first one is the shift mast, the greatest beginner mast in foiling. Comes with 3 mast height options. 14 inches deep water starts will become a breeze. 17 inches you will learn board control and how to turn. 20 inches is the chance to interact with the wave, a must in the quiver for anybody new to the sport. The 24 and 28 inch intermediate and advanced fluid mast are great options for people somewhat new to foiling or riders with a solid grasp of the sport. The biggest difference between the two is they are each catered to a specific wave size. 24 inches is best for small to mid-size waves, jet skis, pontoons, small wake boats. There is less undercurrent on a smaller wave, and the sweet spot for where you want to have the 24-inch mast submerged will be more in line with smaller undercurrents. 28 is best for large wake boats. With a bigger wave, there is a deeper undercurrent, and a 28-inch mast will be more submerged to hit the lower sweet spot for that style of a wave. The 29-inch expert level Velo Shadow carbon mast is an anti-twist construction that delivers a more powerful and reactive element to your riding, all while consistently shadowing your body's movements. The most advanced high-end mast in wake foiling. The boards. 2 models and 5 different sizes. Unlike other board sports, there isn't a very direct correlation between the rider's height and weight and their preferred board length. We have had people 230 pounds preferring the 3/8 length and other people 175 pounds preferring the 4/8 length. Since there isn't much contact between the board and the water determining the board push and drive the way that there is on a wake surfboard, instead, size is determined by ability and style. The 3/8 727 and the 3/9 Mod 84 have the most amount of lift, quicker response, more attack angle in your cutbacks, more power in your pumping. It's a length preferred by the most advanced foilers regardless of their height or weight. This length won't have the stability or forgiveness of a longer board and is more difficult with a deep water start. The 4/1 727 and the 4/2 Mod 84 have the perfect blend of stability and response, lift, pumping power, and turning radius. A length that covers the spectrum of abilities or styles, just won't have quite the lift of its shorter counterpart, or the stability of a longer version. The 4/8 727 is the easiest deep water starting board in our line. If you are new to foiling, in addition to a shorter mast and a balanced front wing, this 4/8 length will help with your learning curve to foiling. More control, stability, and comfort in rougher water conditions. This length won't have the response or the lift of a shorter board. Now that we've gone over sizes, let's talk about the 2 different shapes in our line. The 727 is a consistent, medium tempo, thin profile board that will always have you in control. The perfect shape for somebody new to foiling that wants that stable, neutrally balanced riding style. 5 years in the making, this thin profile board with foot straps will make for easier deep water starts, setting the tone for your flight, or for high-end riders that want to be strapped in for working on airs. The Mod 84 is a new, lightweight and reactive shape that drives with more forward momentum. Tighter turns and longer travels. A rider shifts their weight further forward, and the profile of the board allows the rider to pump with more natural speed and efficiency. A more advanced board that is lighter, faster, and will turn with more attack angle. Front wings. 2 models, each available in 2 sizes. Why would somebody want a smaller or a bigger wing? A bigger wing is obviously going to have more area, and that added surface area will create more lift, usually preferred by bigger people, people who are riding behind a smaller wake and need more push, or people who are still learning to pump and need more natural rise from the wing itself. A smaller wing is going to be more nimble, faster in a straight line, and turn a tighter turning radius with more attack angle. Usually preferred by a smaller person, a person riding behind a bigger wave where the water is creating the extra drive that the wing won't generate, or a person that really knows how to pump and can generate the necessary energy from a smaller design regardless of their size or wave size. Our beginner wing is called the Balance Hybrid Carbon Wing. A common theme in foiling is a board will skyrocket to the top, plunge to the bottom, and hopefully be somewhere in between. This series of wings will ask you what floor on the elevator do you want to reach, and most importantly, keep you there. Will easily roll over to edge with a smooth arcing turn, set you in the sweet spot of the wave, and keep you on your specific flight pattern. The building block to your flight's journey. Advanced Speed Shadow Carbon Wing. A front wing that will turn sharper, respond quicker, and travel with more down the line speed. This series was created for riders with a foiling background looking for top line speed and greater pumping efficiency. New for this year, we are adding a new phrase, low stall speed. Now the Speed series will generate energy even at slower speeds and flatter water conditions. Hybrid carbon or shadow carbon. Another variable that can get lost in foil selection is determining the right front wing construction for the optimum buoyancy of your foil setup. Aluminum masts and fuselages can be heavy. The added weight of a shift or fluid mast won't have the same natural rise as the shadow carbon mast and fuselage. To offset that, we created a hybrid carbon front wing with more foam and fiberglass, adding more buoyancy, equalizing the weight reduction. The shadow carbon front wing is a better match for lighter masts and fuselages that don't need the added buoyancy, all while adding more energy and speed to your setup. So why is the carbon fiber wing painted white? The white is your built-in depth gauge. Our Balance series are painted white, but the more advanced Speed series rider has had enough flight time to automatically know where they are in relation to the waterline and don't need the stark contrast color. Rear stabilizers, 2 models, each available in 1 size. The yang to the front wing yin, the rear stabilizer's purpose is to accent and guide the path the front wing creates. We have 2 versions, both with entirely different personalities, but the same functionality of being a well-navigated co-pilot. Balance Hybrid Carbon. The voice of reason will conduct a safe voyage through the seas. A low temperament design that will bail you out of a jam when you're off axis. The perfect amount of grip for those new to foiling, yet still has enough speed to transfer on the second wave. Speed Shadow Carbon. Top end speed, ultra responsive turns mixed with a low stall. The fastest wing we have ever developed that will give you the extra time you need to keep flying back to your intended location. Fuselages, 2 models, each available in 1 size. We have tried fuselages as short as 29 centimeters and as long as 54 centimeters. Regardless of your ability, we feel that 39 centimeters is the sweet spot in distance between the trailing edge of your front wing and the leading edge of your rear stabilizer. We have tried all of the different profiles and we really feel a sleek, conical design tapering from a wide cylinder outline where the fuselage connects to the mast and blending to a thin outline where it meets up with the rear stabilizer is the most consistent flow with the water. The only variance we feel is important is the construction. Link 3D alloy fuselage. The intersection to the mast, front wing, and rear stabilizer with a low temperament ride from its high grade alloy CNC machined to perfection. Link Shadow Carbon Fuselage, premier carbon manufacturing and materials for a rider that wants less weight, extra snap out of a turn, and more feedback with their pumping. That's foiling made easy. If you're looking for more information or you want to build your dream setup, check out ronixwake.com.